Hi foodies, while I'm not changing the name, Nana's Kitchen is more appropriate now, and because we have something else tiny, my grandson, Bo Dean, I'm so excited. He's a little bit over 2 weeks old, and he is already just the love of my life besides my own children, of course. So today in Nana's Kitchen, we're going to be making a pickle soup. Now, I was a little skeptical. I'm not a big fan of pickles. I did look it up to see the origins. I guess Russia has a version. In Poland, it's popular. On TikTok, this man shared his family's recipe for it, and Steph Grasso, a dietitian I follow on TikTok, decided to make it. She was skeptical too, but I was very intrigued, and then when I saw her reaction to how it tasted, I knew I had to try it because I do like dill, even though, you know, pickles aren't my first choice. So we start out with some potatoes. I'm gonna put down below the exact recipe amounts, and I'm using a yellow onion. You can use any kind of onion you like, some garlic, any type of dill pickle you like, and the pickle juice obviously from it, some bay leaves, chicken broth, and of course if you make your own homemade, that's great, olive oil, some heavy whipping cream. You can use whole milk or half and half. Havarti cheese, if you can get it shredded, that's great. I could only find slices. They do sell it in blocks, so I'll talk about that a little bit. Some thyme, some fresh dill, butter, some flour. I keep a little shaker for when I just need a few tablespoons. And now let's get going. Let's start with our Dutch oven, and we're gonna throw in the olive oil to start sauteing our veggies. I diced up 2 carrots. Well, it looked like 3, but those 2 equaled the size of the other one. But it's 2 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, and an onion is what the recipe calls for, and 2 cloves of garlic. Now, I'm sauteing my veggies first before I add the garlic because I don't want my garlic to get browned or bitter. So now that my veggies have softened up, I'm adding my garlic, and then once that's fragrant, I can't speak today. I'm having all kinds of problems today. I'm a little under the weather, which is why I wanted some soup. I have what's called Novid. It's a cold. It's not COVID, but anyway. So now I've just added the butter and stirring it up with some flour. We're not making a roux, we're just coating all the veggies with the flour and letting the butter melt because that is going to be a thickener for the soup. And then we're going to slowly add 6 cups of chicken broth. Now again, if you make your own, you can definitely make enough to have, but my carton only holds 4 cups. Now, chicken broth's kind of pricey, like right now all food is, so I don't want to open up another carton of chicken broth just to get 2 cups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the whole carton, which is the 4 cups, and then I'm going to add 2 cups of water and then some chicken bouillon to kind of make up for the lack of 6 cups of chicken broth that I'm using. Anyway, if you want to do this vegan or vegetarian, feel free to use veggie broth or water. I'm sure the soup will be just as tasty, but I prefer the chicken broth. I think it adds a nice depth to it, but feel free to use whatever you have on hand. And there's the chicken bouillon I'm throwing in. I'm not adding salt to this soup because between the bouillon and the brine from the pickles, you absolutely do not need it. But if you'd like, you can throw in a little bit of pepper, although the recipe did not call for any pepper. But some people really like pepper in their soup. So now I'm adding the 3 potatoes. Now I don't have equipment, you guys. My phone is still really old. My light ring broke. I don't have a gimbal. I'm lucky that my lighting in this kitchen is good. So I'm literally doing this holding my phone. And I wanted to wait to, start up the channel again when I got better stuff, but I couldn't wait to share this soup, and I was craving it. So I thought, oh well, I'm gonna just do it. So I added the chopped pickles. I used the baby dills because, as you can see, it just creates nice little round pieces of pickles, but you can just dice up any. I put in the thyme, 2 bay leaves, and the fresh dill, and I believe that was a half a teaspoon of thyme, but again, in the links down below, or in the, you know, in the down below section. Woo, it's been a minute since I've done this. So now we're just going to let this simmer for 20 to 30 minutes. I found I needed to put a lid on in the last 15 minutes or so because my potatoes were not quite soft after a half hour, but now they are. So I'm going to go ahead and put in half a cup of heavy cream. And some people do a version of this soup with sour cream and my havarti cheese. But I use the sour cream as a garnish. So I'm going to mix this up. Again, let me talk to you about the slices here. $2.39 a package versus $7 for a block of havarti, which I could have put in my food processor. I might have been able to put the slices in my food processor as well to shred it, but instead I just stacked it and just cut it up into little cubes. So this means that, you know, the soup it's going to take a little bit more time to melt, and be mindful that if you get slices there are pieces of paper in there, but it's more economical, I think, and I couldn't find it shredded anywhere. So now I put everything together, the cheese is melted, and we're ready to serve it up. I wanted it with tuna salad. I made a tuna salad with hard-boiled eggs, which I know is very weird to some people. My significant other makes the best tuna salad on the planet. In fact, I might have him do a YouTube on it, but he's at work and I want this now. So but egg salad, any deli sandwich, I mean anything you can think that pairs with pickles, this soup is delectable. It truly is. And like, again, I don't love pickles, I love this soup, so it's a must try. It will be on your rotation of soups for like ever. Please try.